Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Sagebrush Happy Hour journal entry for uh, May 26, 2026. So, as you could see in the previous shot there, we were having kind of a gray, overcast, rainy, stormy day, and so that means haven't got a whole bunch of done outdoors. So anyway, so I've been indoors and working away on the computer and doing that sort of stuff. And actually, it's been kind of a slow day for a change. I've in general, I don't get bored much. I'm busy enough that I keep everything that I'm seldom bored, and I've kind of got into this routine, and so I usually to kind of go through my daily routine is I usually wake up between 5:30 and 6 a.m. and then go up and make coffee, and I prefer Starbucks single source Colombian, and we brew that with a drip brewer, and then I grab my cup of coffee and I relax in bed for about a half hour and sip my coffee and doom scroll and do my try to get my Facebook addiction out of the way first thing in the morning. And then usually about 7 o'clock, I'm making myself breakfast, and I again a very routine oriented person is I either have a Eggo type waffle with a single egg and a strip of bacon, or I make myself a 2 egg cheese and bacon omelet. And then I feed Petey for his first feeding of the day, and then it's on to the shower, and I'm ready to start my day. And so on some days, there's usually something pressing that has to be done, and that may include running into town to pick up groceries or get supplies like propane refills or something like that. Or may have to go out to west to Tres Piedras to help out at the Chili Line Depot, or I may have to do some chores around the homestead, as it were, and so things like just taking out the trash, whereas in an urban environment or a suburban environment, you just put your trash cans out once a week and pay them money to come pick it up. Here, I have to collect up our trash and garbage and put it into the pickup truck and haul that off to the transfer station and pay them money for me to take out the trash. And so that generally takes half of a day. And so there's always kind of like these chores that take like half a day. We call it going to town the 3 hour tour, because it's just it's hard to get into town and do errands or do grocery shopping and get back in anything less than 3 hours. And then there's some times, not that often, but if I have to do a water draw from the well, that involves an entire half a day as well, where I do 2 trips with the 1,000-gallon tank trailer, and that ends up taking up half the day. And so, and then then we usually I get back, and I'm pretty much a lunch person. I like to have a light lunch around noon, between noon and 1, and then usually between 1 and 3 is when I kind of get on the computer and do anything that needs to be done there, and then usually I take about a half-hour nap if I've got the opportunity from 3 to 3:30 or so. And then after 4, it is happy hour and time to get a beer and do the happy hour journal entry. And then generally there's 5 o'clock news, 6 o'clock dinner, and in the past it was 7 o'clock. 6 to 6:30 is Jeopardy, and then it used to be 6:30 when I would watch the previous night's episode of Colbert, and of course now we do not have that luxury anymore, and so that's kind of going to put a dent into my evenings and our evening entertainment. So we'll see what we can do to replace that. And then we generally, spend a little time watching TV, and then I'm usually headed toward bed by 9:30 or so. And so that's kind of my normal routine. And so as boring as it is what it is. And so I'm just going to wrap it up at that and go say cheers, everybody.